Hello everybody. I just wanted to clarify some things. The first thing is to my ex-wife, soon to be ex, right? I know that she looks at my YouTube, so I know that she'll enjoy this. And basically, I think there is nothing sadder than somebody that has to keep on going to somebody's YouTube, Facebook, MySpace account, or anything else because they can't get over somebody. And don't say you haven't, you've got over me, because you keep on having to look at my page all the time, and you emailed Magni and said, oh, it's sad he puts everything out there. Well, I'm sorry to say this, I really am, but you only get to see what I want you to see on this channel. You only get to see what I want you to hear, what's happening in my life. You don't know if I had an orgy here last night. I won't put that on YouTube. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But you're not going to know about it. You don't know everything in my life. Maggie doesn't know everything in my life. My mom doesn't even know everything in my life. So I'm damn sure you're not going to. And another thing about women. Why is it that you go for the most Neanderthal, thick, waste of spaces that has ever come to, well, walk on God's green earth? I just don't understand it. You put up with so much crap. Maybe you were hurt as a child, I don't know. But you stay with these blokes that treat you like crap, that don't even know how to cook, that can't even have a decent wash. Do you know what I mean? That piss all over the seat. I mean, I had an argument with a girl once, because she said to me, she said, you blokes, you piss all over the seat. I don't. I know how to lift the seat and have a pee. Most normal people do. I've never understood that. Never understood it. And they go on at the woman about how she dresses and put them down all the time. You've heard of this phrase, the honeymoon period's over. The way they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to do anything. They expect the woman to do everything. Well, at least around here in the Midlands, I don't know why women put up with it. I really don't. And so controlling as well. It's like the woman's the object. The only time they actually put their arm around them is when they're flipping out to prove to other blokes, oi, she's mine. I mean, and don't go on talk shows like Jeremy Carr complaining that the bloke's like this. Bloody leave him. This is the 21st century. Leave the waster. They're not worth it. They think they can throw money at a girl, click the fingers, and the girl's meant to open her legs. It don't work like that. A girl is not a property. She's not an object. She has feelings. She has emotions. She is not any different to a bloke, really. Women laugh, they joke, they like playing tricks. They can be nasty, they can be nice, they can be bitchy. But they're not an object. Just to shout to your mate, look at that bird I pulled last night. She was gorgeous, wasn't she? No, they're not an object. So I don't see where you women are coming from. Why did you stick with them? Why is it when you meet a decent bloke and that, it's always, oh, they've got to go back to the losers, the waste of spaces, the people that flipping expect them to clip their toenails? Why is it that the nice bloke that does them a decent meal, candlelit supper, whatever, is still shit on, and some wanker that can't even so much as have a wash is appealing to these women? And then they complain about them on flipping Jeremy Kyle or whatever. They complain about them. And yet they do nothing about it. Because when a nice bloke comes along, and I'm not saying me, but anyone really, they're freaking there, aren't they, Oh, well, I'm going to still stick with this wanker because, that's my only option. No, it's not your only option. I know you're afraid to go it alone. I was afraid when my wife left. But you've got to get back on there. Do you know what I mean? Why settle for second best in your life? Life's too short. For God's sake. I've had 2 incidences of this. There's one woman in London who's gone with this absolute flubberdob, who still sleeps in the same bed as his mother at 36. and she has to sleep in a spare room, and the father has the couch downstairs. Well, what kind of a setup is that? She cooks all the meals, he won't even cook, and he had to ask his mother for the money to get her a bus over to see him. He wouldn't even pay out of his own pocket. He has a car and yet won't drive to pick her up. And yet, she was going to meet me, right? And we we're going to have a great time. And I'm not saying anything else than that, but we were going to have a good time. And she chose him. Now, what the frigging hell is up with people? The other one is, another girl I've been seeing, right? Her boyfriend doesn't even give her any affection or anything. He doesn't give her anything. And yet, you know, she stayed with him. He throws money at the problem. It's always money, isn't it? It's always dollar signs with women. I've never understood it myself, but it's always dollar signs. It's always flipping, you know, it's always the moolah all the time. Love doesn't come into it. It really doesn't. I was saying, if you're an aspie, stay clear of married women and women with boyfriends, even if they say it's almost over. It is bad news. It really is. You can have a laugh and a joke, but there's always someone in the sidelines ready to snap her, you know, snap her back. Unless you're going to have a laugh, unless you're going to have a decent time and say, oh yeah, no problem at all, you know, it's just a bit of fun. But the minute the L word comes into it, the love word, you're finished. Because you start getting emotions, you start getting attached to the person. Instead of keeping it on a level of just a bit of fun, a bit of slap and tickle, that's it. Anyway, this is my rant for today. Take care, bye for now.